So, Mr. Nic Kerdiles passed away, and Savannah Chrisley was his fiance. In my dreams, it was coded with the Fox sisters, who are some spiritualists, during the event that he's passing away. Henry and Susan Samueli. Susan energy was in my dream. D3 energy was in my dream, which opened October 4th. In my dream, I didn't know Susan Samueli existed, so it told me Susan Sarandon, whose birthday happened to be August 4th, which is the opening date for duck season for the Mighty Ducks 3. And Mighty Ducks is based off that little duck team, that the NHL. So in my dream, it had a lot of fires, Nickelodeon, someone getting run over by a car. I was like, move out the way. Just a lot going on with the energy. And I was in Canada. So all week I've been in Canada, and Canada's where a lot of these NHL teams are. So this movie, a lot of movies are rituals. People are downloading information, channeling information, seeing an astro, and creating millions of dollar movies off of things that we would connect to because we're naturally seeing them. So Susan Abigail Tomlin. Abigail, middle name sounds like, the witch hunters. Abigail, like the Scarlet Letter. And what came out? Scarlet, the album by Doja Cat. So a lot of rituals going on. Abigail Williams. Then that leads into Abby and Liberty German over in Indiana. They were these two girls that got terminated in a ritual way. And when they got terminated, I saw them get terminated. I knew they got terminated by ritual 4 years ago. But at the time, no one really knows anything. But now they're coming out where the man's telling them they did a ritual called Odinism based on the pagans, the Celtics, which are based on St. Bridget, the pagan goddess, the redhead, the pyramid of Ramses. So let's get into it. So Savannah Chrisley, born 8/11, like Hulk Hogan, who just got married, who was in the news, his birthday is 8/11. 118, that's backwards. 118 is the amount of ransom for JonBenet Ramsey. JonBenet Ramsey was a ritual thing that went down that day. Because her birthday is 8/6, which is around the time 8/10, which 8/10 is the feast day for St. Bridget, the Celtic goddess. 8/10 is also the day that Jeffrey Epstein passed away. Jeffrey Epstein, friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's birthday is December 25th, when the JonBenet passed away, December 25th. If you haven't learned anything about my whole entire page, when you die, when you pass away, those are the days that your energy travels, and you meet a lot of people who are also passed away or died on that day. You also get reborn somewhere else around that day. It's usually a 5 to 10 portal on the day you pass away. But when you're synchronized, you're passing away and dying on the same day, so you can recognize you're finishing your journey. So me seeing all this. Savannah Faith Chrisley. There's a woman named Saint Sophia and Pisces Sophia. Saint Sophia travels in astral. She has 3 children: love, hope, and faith. Middle name of her, Faith. So they're looking for energy. Hope. They always say hope in Hunger Games. Hope is more powerful than fear. Blah, blah, blah. So when you hear hope, you're, ritual. Okay? Hope, ritual. So Andrew in my dream, Prince Andrew last night. His wife Sarah, redhead, so she's a perfect portal for him to, get energy off of. That redhead, St. Bridget Ramsey's shining energy. Also Prince Harry in my dream, September 15th birthday. So Meghan Markle, this whole energy right here. So a lot going on. So if you're looking at what's going on in the spiritual realm, England, Canada, going on, and then this whole Doja Cat album with Scarlet Red Letter, Abigail and Liberty over in Delphi, Indiana. The Oracle of Delphi connected to the Ophiuchus energy. Ophiuchus would be the 13th sign on the sidereal chart, which includes Britney Spears energy as well as Jamie Foxx energy. So a lot going on. Again, there's a movie called The Dream Scenario, where this guy shows him the dream. His name is Nicolas Cage, born January 7th. Nic Kerdiles, born January 11th. So that's Triple Goddess 111, which also goes with Nicholas because his birthday is in January. So there's an energy portal. Plus, they always talk about 9/23 being the end. I just think we just entered a new portal, and everybody's going to start showing up in their dreams more. People are going to start to know how to awaken. And then in real life, this could really change. You will stop putting people in mental wards that are saying they're being gang stalked and remote viewed. You will teach them what that means. You will teach them to be sane when it's happening. And the people in the room who are doing the remote viewing, doing the harvesting, doing the scary stuff, they could get caught. AKA, you can't latch onto our energy if we're in alignment, if we have financial security, if we're not stressed, if we're staying away from evil people. You can't have someone who is not in control of their spiritual gifts harm you through narcissism, through racism, through abuse. You stay away from those people. Then they only could abuse each other. And it comes to the point where we just start separating in real life and we're just not going to hang out with no more evil people. So only good people hang out and they help each other financially. That's where we're heading. So anyways, Nick is a spirit. It's Nick. When you think of Nickelodeon, it's a spirit. It's based off a Nickel movie. So Nickelodeon was in my movie, in my dream. Like I said, this guy right here was a whole ritual. A whole ritual. I feel like these people have already given up who they're going to give up, right? So they go into the astral. There's no coincidence that the Mighty Duck movie came out October 4th. And then you have this Susan lady who looks like this lady who, in my dream, this is all connected. My dream tells me a story. I regroup, Google everything, and be like, synchronicities. That's how my world works. So this is not an accident. I don't know how close Indiana is to this little Canadian place or if they've ever been there, but Indiana, it smells like Indiana and some Kentucky. Doing some rituals with England. Riding horses. Let's look into some rituals. October 4th, so Illuminati, his brother passed away February 17th, which is 721, which is the day that they cloned Tyrone came out, right? Garchula, I don't know if you heard the story, but this is 27, the number for red in gematria. So you already know there's a lot of rituals going on. 42, if you look up gematria and 42, you know, like Jackie Robinson wears 42, 24 backwards 42, 217 and 721. So this was a ritual. In the astral, yes, everybody does pass away. Everything is not some things are natural passing away. These days, because we're not aligned, a lot of things are not natural. Like if you're eating horrible food and you die of diabetes or you die of a heart attack, why is horrible food even allowed to exist? Because they don't care about our bodies. All they care is that we're a robot, we pass away, we get reincarnated, we're a robot again, we pass away, reincarnated. You're a zombie, you don't think, listen to orders, don't elevate. And food has a lot to do with that. So even though you might have died of diabetes and random, it's still a part of society that needs to be changed, which is still part of a ritual. A ritual has many different levels. A level is keep everybody poor. B level, if they still figured out how to be rich, keep them in aligned. C level, like there's so many levels to, if I, one way or another, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. That's how it is. Like you think, oh, I have money now, I'm good. This is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a problem. Like Jamie Foxx has a lot of money, but he still had that problem with his medical. Rich people have really great medical care. But even rich people, if they're like Beyonce, the minute that, like I said, she tried to help, the minute that Lil Nas X tried to help, like say black people, it's going to be over. You can't help a certain people that they're trying to keep down. You could be helping people that they're not afraid of, but they're afraid of certain DNA elevating. Black not being a color of skin, but black being more like an energy. Okay. So people with white skin can actually be like a black energy. You ever been to New Orleans? You can have blonde hair, blue eye like Drake's son and be black. So black is just an energy. To me, like I see color, and in general, you know, there is colors, but for me, it's your energy right now. At this point, it's your energy. If your energy ain't right, it ain't right. I don't care what you are. They told me when I was doing my spiritual awakening in astral, don't trust nobody unless you know them to trust them. That's for anybody. So, like I said, Hulk Hogan's born 8/11, Viola Davis born 8/11. 118 backwards, the number of the ransom amount for John Benet Ramsey at $118,000 because her dad sold quantum computing to the military Lockheed. So John Benet's dad, John Benet, sold quantum computers to the military. They wanted to use his son Burke because his son Burke is on the spectrum, and his daughter because she has blonde hair, blue eyes, to reach out to DNA of blonde hair, blue eyes. They have codes in these computers. He said no, so they ritualistically took the baby because he said, you can't use my child for your computer games, because he knows what they're doing. He knows astral travel. He knows they're over there doing some horse-like possessions on people. So we mentioned Viola Davis because the Hunger Games, songbirds and snakes. In a dream, I had a dream I was holding this snake just like that. Well, someone was putting the snake under my arm trying to make me afraid. But I learned, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of nothing. Passing away, living, it is just part of life. Don't be afraid. Be aware, but don't beware. Be knowledgeable, know what's going on so you could handle it when you go to sleep. Because if you don't know the codes when you go to sleep, you're going to go into like a nightmare. It won't be a nightmare if you're not scared. Like I said, in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Cumberland Hall Hospital in Kentucky, Fort Campbell, they had this woman have her energy in there. I could speak to energies if they're possessed in real life. And in my dreams, I could see what they are. I see everybody moving, and I let y'all know, only a few people understand codes. This is like master's degree of codes. I can't go backwards. You have to go to a slower page if you don't know about your birthday decode. The point is, when you're born and you die, you travel with certain people who are born and died that way or that day. Also, Chinese zodiac, your signs, they're all involved in how you travel in astral and where you're able to go in this lifetime while you're awake. So just know this was spiritual based on Nickel, the spirit that they're using based on Nickelodeon with the slime, Ghostbuster time slime.